What if I told you that the altcoins are making the exact same move that Bitcoin did right after the COVID crash? Well, ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, that is exactly what we have. And on the left, we have Bitcoin. On the daily, on the left, we have the total 3, which is what I would measure as the altcoins. And specifically, what I would like to really point our attention to is the sentiment after this crash. We were at the absolute bear market lows, right? If we were about to draw a line after this really big crash took place, we're literally at the exact bear market lows. And that's exactly what we have for a lot of the altcoins. So on the top, we have Bitcoin after the violent COVID-19 crash back to the prior range. The bear market lows, sentiment is in the dumps at an all-time low. Here is VeChain. Same thing. AVAX is at the bear market lows. Litecoin got down to the bear market lows. Same thing for DOT, got down to the bear market lows. Flux was at the bear market lows, a violent crash. And we could do this all day. But the interesting thing that happened when we think about retail and the sentiment during this, when Bitcoin was retracing, which is what I would call this move right here, from the bottom to the top, retracing to the 618 Fibonacci retracement. This is a dead cat bounce, basically. During this time, everyone was certain that the bull market was back on. They were absolutely certain it was going to 100K, no other way. And when we started trading sideways, and especially after the bottom fell out, 62% correction, retail was certain that Bitcoin was going to zero, and that crypto was dead and it was over with. I would argue right here, that's the exact same sentiment that we had from retail. Everyone was certain that the altcoin season was here, and when the bottom fell out, 38% correction, everyone right now, they're telling you, saying alt season's canceled, it's over with, we're cooked. So let's get into the brass tacks of schematically what we're looking at. Let's talk about how this played out for Bitcoin. What were the stipulations, where we went to, what I'm personally going to be doing, the actions that I'm going to take, the things that are going to confirm my thesis, and the things that would invalidate my thesis. So let's get into it. In my opinion, this is what you call the spring in Wyckoff. If you don't know what Wyckoff is, accumulation marks the bottom. You have your mark up. That's what we call the bull market. Distribution is the top, and then you have your mark down, which is what we call the bear market. This is the textbook schematic of what Wyckoff accumulation, aka the bottom, looks like. You have your selling climax, your secondary test, and then your spring. This is one last ditch effort, often a very, very scary moment. Like Bitcoin's last spring was the COVID-19 crash. One last shake of retail to get them out of the markets, grabbing as much liquidity before you start the next phase, and that is phase E, which is the markup, which is the bull market. This right here for Bitcoin was the spring in Wyckoff accumulation. You have your selling climax, your secondary test, this is your spring, and then this is your markup. And of course, the big bag scary event that did it was the Bitcoin COVID crash, right? Well, in my opinion, with the total 3, which is what I would measure as altcoins, or altcoin season, that's exactly what we had. We had a very violent crash. Sentiment is at an all-time low. And then the scary event was the tariffs. People are not interested in crypto right now. This is a great sign, in my opinion. If this is going to play out the way that I think it is, we're looking at a 50, maybe even a 1.5x percent gain in the total 3, which is an insane amount of liquidity injected into the altcoins. One piece of confirmation that I'm going to be looking at in order to confirm this as being true is Bitcoin dominance continuing to fall. And right now we've had a peak here, a lower high. We want to see this continue to fall, and we want to take out this lower low of 60.19%. That's sort of the line in the sand that I'm drawing right now. Also, right after the COVID crash, we started getting the stimulus checks. And what I thought was much ado about nothing seems to actually be heating up with the $5,000 stimulus check. So am I saying that this is going to happen? Am I a predictor of this? No, I'm not. But I find the timing very interesting. So my plan of action during this time is going to be investing into my top value plays. I'm going to be dollar cost averaging. The things that I'm personally looking for are coins that have low to no inflation, are near their bear market lows, with good fundamentals and the good Wyckoff schematic that we talked about. These all, in my opinion, could easily 3, 5, 10, maybe even 20x from here. If this video brought you any value, make sure to like, subscribe, follow me on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. Peace.